ओके. विद्यार्थ्यांना पाठीमागच्या लेक्चरमध्ये आपण रिलेशन घेतलेले ऑलरेडी म्हणतात. दिस रिलेशन ए प्लस डेल दिस इज इक्वल टू आय प्लस ई. Here this symbol is called as capital is called as refracting angle. This del is called as angle of deviation. I is called as angle of incidence, and small is called as angle of emergence. Already we know that angle produced by incident rays and emergent rays, that is called as angle of deviation. Angle produced by incident rays with the normal, that is called as angle of incidence, and the angle produced by emergent rays with the normal, that is called as angle of emergence, and this capital A, that is called as the refracting angle of prism. Today we are going to discuss about deviation curve, minimum deviation, and prism formula. Experimentally, it is found that if the angle of incidence is increased for a small value, the angle of deviation initially decreases, it reaches a minimum value, and again it goes on increasing, and that minimum value is called as angle of minimum deviation. Suppose this is a angle of incidence and this is my angle of deviation. I draw here different observations. This is a serial number, first observation, second observation, third observation, fourth, fifth, and so on. This is a initially angle of incidence. I brought here, this is a 35 degree. First, second observation, I increase this 5 degree, 40 degree, then third observation 45 degree, then 50 degree, then 55 degree, and sixth observation, that is 60 degree. This means that the angle of incidence increases at that time. Initially, if we measure the angle of deviation, this is a 53 degree. Then again it goes on decreasing, this becomes 47 degree. This becomes 40 degree, and again it becomes 38 degree, and it again goes on increasing. This is a 44 degree, and this is a 49 degree. This means that in this case, if the angle of incidence is increased for a small value, angle of incidence, this is a 35, 45, 45, 50, 55, and 60 degree. Initially, and if you measure the angle of deviation, this angle of deviation initially decreases. It reaches a minimum value. This means that this is 38 degree, and again it goes on increasing. Again this goes on increasing, and this minimum value, this is called as angle of minimum deviation. This minimum value is called as angle of minimum deviation. This minimum value is called angle of minimum deviation, and it is denoted by delta. If we plot a graph of angle of deviation versus angle of incidence graphically, suppose this is my x-axis and this is my y-axis. I plot here graph the angle of deviation versus angle of incidence on y-axis. This is a angle of deviation and this is a angle of incidence. If the angle of incidence is increased for a small value, angle of deviation initially decreases, it reaches a minimum value, and again it goes on increasing. Therefore, nature of the graph is this type. Suppose this is my say first angle, that is say 53 degree, then again decreases, it becomes 47, then again if you plot, this is say 40 degree, then it becomes minimum, this is a 38 degree, and again it goes on increasing, that is 44 degree, and this is a 49 degree. And this minimum value is called as angle of minimum deviation. Suppose this is a del m. If the ray of light undergoes minimum deviation, at that time this angle of incidence, this is equal to angle of emergence, and this del is equal to del m. This del is equal to del m. Suppose this is a my angle of incidence, this is a del here, I or E, and this is called as E or I. This means that if the ray of light undergoes minimum deviation, suppose this is my prism, and monochromatic ray of light is incident on this surface, suppose this is principal section ABC, and monochromatic light, this is a PQ, is incident on the surface. At the surface AB, this ray gets refracted and travels along QR, and again at the surface AC, this ray gets refracted and travels along RS. Therefore, this is a PQ and this is a RS. Suppose this is my normal drawn to the surface AB and AC. Mn, this is angle of incidence and this is angle of emergence. If we increase the path of incident rays, that is PQ, and if we increase the path of emergent rays, the path of incident rays and emergent rays meet at a single point, one angle formed, that angle is called as angle of deviation. This means that angle produced by incident rays and emergent rays, that is called as angle of deviation. Therefore, in this way, if you experimentally it is found that suppose this is angle of, if you measure this angle 35 degree and angle of deviation is measured at that time, this angle of deviation is 53 degree. In the similar way, for second reading, third observation, fourth observation, fifth observation, this is 45, 40 degree, then 45, 50 degree, 55 degree and 60 degree. Each and every time if you measure the angle of deviation, initial angle of deviation is 53 degree, angle of incidence is 40 degree, if you measure the angle of deviation, this is 47 degree, decreases, then again this is 45 degree, at that time angle of deviation is 40 degree, angle of incidence is 50 degree, at that time angle of incidence, angle of deviation is 38 degree. It becomes minimum, and again at angle of incidence is 55 degree, at that time angle of deviation is 44 degree. This means that this increases, again at the times of angle of incidence 60 degree, at that time angle of deviation is 49 degree. This means that angle of deviation initially decreases, it reaches a minimum value and again it goes on increasing, and this minimum value is called as angle of minimum deviation. If the ray of light undergoes minimum deviation, at that time angle of incidence is equal to angle of emergence. Suppose I is equal to E when del is equal to del M. If the ray of light undergoes minimum deviation, at that time angle of incidence is equal to angle of emergence when del is equal to del M. And second condition here, I is equal to E when R1 is equal to R2 is equal to small r. Suppose this is a consider. This means that if the path of ray of light can be travels from PQRS, angle of incidence is equal to angle of emergence when del is equal to del M, and the path of ray of light is reverse according to principle of reversibility of light. It can traverse from in this way SR QP. At that time this is angle of incidence and this is angle of emergence when del is equal to del M. Therefore, first condition is angle of incidence is equal to angle of emergence when del is equal to del M, and I is equal to E when R1 is equal to R2 is equal to small r. And we know that last required expression, that is A plus del, this is equal to I plus E. This is our last equation, that is equation number 4, and equation number 3, R1 plus R2, this is equal to capital A. Using this two equation, last lecture आपण हे दोन इक्वेशन घेतले, a plus del required expression is equal to I plus E and R1 plus R2 is equal to capital A. If you substitute this value, when del is equal to del M, angle of incidence is equal to angle of emergence. This means that instead of this del, we can write down del M, and this I is equal to E. And in case of second equation, R1 is equal to R2, this is equal to small r. This means that R plus R, this is equal to capital A. Therefore, from above equation, from above condition, equation 3 and equation 4 becomes, equation 3 and equation 4 becomes A plus del. Instead of del, you can write down del M. This is equal to I plus, instead of this E, we can write down I. And R1 plus R2, R1 is equal to R and R2 is equal to R. This means that R plus R, this is equal to capital A. If you add these two, that is 2I, this is equal to A plus del M, and 2R is equal to capital A. And therefore, when we get value of I, this is equal to A plus del M whole divided by 2. I call this as small a number equation, and this R is equal to capital A by 2. This is my small b equation. Already we know that what is Snell's law of refraction? It is the ratio of sine of angle of incidence to the sine of angle of refraction. Therefore, according to Snell's law of refraction, we know that the refractive index, it is the ratio of sine of angle of incidence, this n is equal to sine I whole divided by sine r. And already we know that the value of sine I and value of I and r. I is equal to this value. This means that I is equal to A plus del M upon 2, and this R is equal to small a by 2. If you substitute the value of I and R in above equation, therefore, from equation A and B, above equation becomes if you substitute the value of angle of incidence and the angle of refraction in above equation, therefore this n is equal to refractive index, this is equal to sine A plus del M divided by 2 whole divided by sine A by 2, and this is a required expression for prism formula. N is equal to sine A plus del M by 2 whole divided by sine A by 2. And using this formula, we can calculate the refractive index of the material of a prism. This is called as prism formula. This is called as prism formula. And using this formula, we can calculate the refractive index of the material of a prism. If you know the value of refractive angle of minimum deviation del M, del M ची value माहिती असेल तर already we know that for a prism refractive angle capital is 60 degree, then we can calculate the refractive index of the material of a prism. Yeah, if you know the value of refractive index of the material of a prism, then we can calculate the angle of minimum deviation. Sometimes question may be asked, find out the refractive index of the material of a prism having angle of minimum deviation 43 degree, calculate the refractive index of the material of a prism, they are derived expression for the prism formula. In this way, you can obtain the last required expression for the prism formula. Okay, thank you.